entrepreneurs. Today we get to talk about leveling up. When you first start out a business, you're doing all of the seats. You're doing the secretary work, you're doing the intake, you're doing the printing, you're like the IT guy, you're doing the website stuff, you're doing obviously the production and all of this stuff. But then as you level up, you literally will teach other people to do those jobs, or if they know already how to do them, then you just kind of slot them in. And then you level up, you spend more of your time doing more important jobs. This is a big problem for most entrepreneurs. My dad, actually, very successful entrepreneur, if he can do it himself, he really is uncomfortable paying someone to do it. That's all well and good until you start to make more for the company by the hour or 2 or 3 hours that it takes to like do that task than it would take to hire someone to do that stupid task. An easy example is my dad with technology. A computer goes down, he will take an entire day to troubleshoot the printer. He's the owner of the company. He's the only one that can write the content for this company that they sell to customers. You're the only one that can do that, and it's a multi-million-dollar company, right? So what's the value of that content? It's pretty steep, but the value of a person fixing a computer, it's helpful, but it's probably worth a hell of a lot less than like he's, doing. How much money worth are you forfeiting by doing the thing that doesn't really help you very much? You got to think about the value of your time. Usually there is a bunch of things that is highly necessary for your firm's success that only you can do. You need to do those things and have other people do all of the other stuff. You need to hire them and pay them, please God pay them, to do all of the other stuff. The first hire is usually an admin type person, someone to answer phones. They don't have to make a lot of money. I found a lot of success with people working from home, but you just pay them to do those things, right? And that opens up your time. When you first started your firm, you were really good at this little job of doing secretarial work, and you got awesome at being a secretary for your company, and that's really great. But like now, it's time to level up and let go of your greatness as a secretary and hire someone to do that greatness for you. The next hire is usually someone who's doing some of the production. If it's a law firm, then it's, lawyers. That's a big deal too. You're like, no one can do it better than I can. And yeah, it's probably true. But you need to step aside of your ego and train somebody. And there are people, I guarantee, that will be better at that job than you are because they love the repeatable, day in and day out sort of grind. There are people out there that love to have the exact same job every day for the next 10 years. But then there's the entrepreneurs, and that would probably make them sick. Embrace that and hire somebody to replace you in that job so that you can do the next job. So you hire a manager to manage all of these people. So you get really good at managing, or hopefully, you do the best you can, and then you hire a manager who's better than you to manage all of those people, because the more people, more problems, right? If you think about it in terms of relationships, if you have like 2 people, there's 1 relationship. If you have 4 people, it's something absurd, like 24 different relationships, because everybody has a relationship to everybody else at the firm, and it takes a manager. Also, get to the point where you can afford a manager, and then just hire the manager. Don't try to become a master manager. That's not what you're here to do. You're here to make your company succeed and grow and all of this stuff. There are people out there that are amazing at managing, and they will always be better than you. What's the sense in slowing your company down to become an expert manager? Have a successful business and pay someone well to manage, because it's a tough job. So that's how we do it, right? As entrepreneurs, it's very entertaining because if you're growing fast, like every 6 months, you're going to have a new job. Your new day in the life as that entrepreneur business owner is going to be different just about every 6 months. Every time you make a new hire, you're going to be able to delegate to them a big chunk of what you're doing every day. That means that you need to spend that new time that you've opened up doing something that only you can do. Ideally, you get your business to the point where it's an asset and it just pays you money without you having to do a bunch of work. Check out our mindset video on like letting go of being a hard worker. Like that was my whole thing, and it's super common among entrepreneurs. So you learn a job as good as you can do it, you get some money in the door, and then you pay someone to do that job for you, which gives you more time, and you level up here, and then you repeat that process. Let's recap. Entrepreneurs are ADD type people, and that's great. Let's embrace that. Realize that we are kind of a rare breed, okay? We're a rare pony. Hire other people who love doing the same thing. Realize that you don't like that, and that's okay. Your job description is going to shift every time you make a new hire. That's how you level up. Don't be afraid. Get aside from your ego. Let go of the idea that you're the best ever that will ever do any job. Let go of that. It's going to hold you back. If you're the only one that can fix the computer, Dad, you're not going to be able to move up, because you're always going to be the dude that takes 8 or 10 hours or whatever obnoxious amount of time it is to fix this printer when you could have just taken it to Best Buy and gotten a new one. Move on.